When he's not trying to sell branded knee pads and Trump-branded knee pads in Davos, he's on the road promoting his book and telling the black mayor of Atlanta that he's just like him and the people around him because he can't read.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
And when Sean Hannity called him out, Newsom managed to make the whole thing about his lifelong struggle with dyslexia in an expletive-filled post on X. Over the last 15 years, almost 10 million people have left California, and the state has a chance to change things in November. A new poll by Emerson College finds Republican candidate Steve Hilton is leading the California primary. He joins us now, candidate for California governor. Steve, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming on the show. So, what do you think of Gavin Newsom's comments in Atlanta, which of course is not in California?
Well, because as you point out, he's everywhere but here because it's such a disaster. He obviously wants to escape like so many other people. But the truth is, you can laugh about how ridiculous it is, and he's just another one of these Democrats, pandering, running around, changing his accent to pander to different constituencies. But actually, there's something truly disgusting about what he said there, because it reveals this patronizing racism that you saw, with Biden. He had that remark, do you remember, a few years ago when he was on the campaign trail, poor kids are just as smart as white kids. At least Biden had the excuse of the fact that he was senile. I mean, what's Newsom's excuse? I mean, they really do have this attitude that black people in America are there to be the recipients of welfare and pity from white people who are going to save them because they can't help themselves. Jason Riley in the Wall Street Journal has written so well about this, so many others, Thomas Sowell and so on. It's just disgusting, this attitude. It is deeply racist, and it should be disqualifying. But unfortunately, the Democrats now, they fall for this stuff. And all you've got to do, it seems, and you see it with the California Democrats as well, is kind of rage against Trump. That's how Gavin Newsom's made himself relevant again with his trolling of Trump on social media. But actually what people need to be paying attention to when he's running for president, and this is the first stop on his presidential campaign basically, is the results. The highest poverty in America, the highest unemployment rate in America, the highest cost of living in America. Everything a disaster. The worst results of any state in the country for the highest taxes. That's what people need to focus on.
Yeah, Steve, there's been a ton of talk about big companies leaving Silicon Valley, big, TV producers, directors from Hollywood escaping to California, big tech billionaires. But that's actually not the real story. The real story is the middle-class exodus from California because of the cost of living there. So you're running for governor. I know that you're not a masochist, so there are reasons you are running. You're running to change what's happening there. What has to happen in California to make it more affordable for normal people to live there?
Yeah. Well, you're right, and that's why that's the focus of my campaign. We're doing town halls up and down the state. We've got hundreds of people coming out to each one. It's now thousands just in the last couple of weeks. The theme of the tour is Californiable. And the specific pledges are very simple. We have to end the Democrats' climate crusade. That's what's given us the highest gas prices. Working class people hurt the most by that, not the work from home elite. It's working class blue collar workers paying the highest gas prices. But we can end that when we end the climate policies and also the electric bills that are the highest in the country, ever except the Hawaii. My pledge, $3 gas, cut your electric bills in half. We're going to cut the budget of California has nearly doubled in the last 5 years, even though everything's got worse. We can cut the waste and the fraud, so you can cut taxes, your first 100 grand tax-free. These are simple, specific things that will help working people stop paying for free health care for illegal immigrants so we can cut health care costs for Californians, get rid of the ridiculous labor and environmental regulations that make it so expensive to build anything, end the war on single-family homes so you can restore the California dream of a home you can afford to buy. Positive, practical things that actually make life better for, exactly as you say, the people who've been hurt the most by this far left.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.